Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're diving into a topic that affects almost everyone, but very few people talk about how to actually handle it: gossip. Now, you might think the mature thing to do is just ignore it, right? Stay silent, smile, and hope it goes away. Maybe you've even been told that's the best way to keep the peace. But what if I told you that silence isn't always golden? What if that mature approach is actually making you an easy target, signaling weakness and inviting more manipulation into your life? The truth is, while ignoring trivial chatter can be smart, when gossip starts to impact you, your reputation, or your social standing, a passive response can actually backfire. Psychologically, when you stay silent, you're not participating in the social negotiation of your own value. You're letting others write your narrative. This can be particularly true with manipulative individuals who are constantly testing boundaries. Your silence can be interpreted as a go-ahead signal, making you an ideal low-cost target for further social maneuvering. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being assertive. So if ignoring it isn't always the answer, what is? Today, I'm going to reveal 4 psychology-backed ways to stop gossip in its tracks without being awkward or confrontational. And for those times when you're done being polite and just want out, I've got 2 powerful techniques to immediately exit those toxic conversations. Get ready to learn how to handle gossip gracefully, keep your boundaries firm, spot manipulation disguised as friendly talk, and use subtle language shifts that end gossip instantly. Let's jump in. The first technique is what I call the positive reframe. This is powerful because it subtly shifts the entire tone of the conversation. When someone starts gossiping about Blair, instead of joining in or staying silent, you say something positive about that person. For example, if someone says, "Did you hear about Blair? She really messed up that project." You could respond with, I actually thought Blair did an amazing job on the last presentation. She's usually so thorough." This makes the gossiper look petty, highlights your integrity, and signals that you're not a safe space for negativity. It's a quick, elegant way to pivot the conversation. Next up is the direct clarification. This one is brilliant because it puts the ball back in their court and forces them to justify their intent. When someone starts sharing juicy, unverified details, you look them directly in the eye and calmly ask, "That's really interesting. Why are you telling me this specifically?" Or, "What exactly do you want me to do with this information?" This meta communication forces the gossiper to explain their motives. Most of the time, they don't have a good answer, and the conversation will quickly fizzle out, often with a little discomfort on their part, not yours. Our third technique is all about setting clear boundaries. This is for when you want to establish yourself as a person of integrity. You simply state your discomfort with the topic. It could be, "I'm actually not comfortable talking about Blair and Lily when they're not here to defend themselves." Or, "I prefer not to get involved in discussions about other people's personal lives." This isn't confrontational, it's assertive. It positions you as someone with high values, someone who won't engage in petty talk, which ironically makes people respect you more in the long run. You're building social capital, not losing it. The fourth technique is the proactive topic shift. This is about subtly redirecting the conversation before the gossip gains momentum. As soon as you sense the conversation veering towards gossip, smoothly introduce a new unrelated topic. For example, if someone starts, "I heard Blair was really struggling with her new role," you could interject with, "Speaking of roles, did you see the announcement about the new project manager? I'm curious how that's going to impact our team." You're not acknowledging the gossip, you're just moving on. It's a soft, non-confrontational way to disengage from the negative trajectory. Now, for those times when politeness has run its course and you just need to extract yourself from a toxic situation, we have 2 powerful exit strategies. First, the gray rock method. This is incredibly effective against highly manipulative individuals who thrive on emotional reactions. The idea is to become as uninteresting as a gray rock. Give short, factual, non-committal answers, no emotion, no engagement. If they say, "Can you believe what Blair did?" you respond with a bland or "okay." You starve them of the emotional fuel they're seeking, making you boring to them, and they'll eventually move on to someone else. Finally, when all else fails and you just need out, we have the physical disengagement. This is the simplest, most direct exit. As soon as you realize you're stuck in a gossip trap you don't want to be in, simply state, "Well, I actually need to get back to a prior commitment I need to attend to," or, "Oh, look at the time, I've got to go handle a personal matter I must attend to." Then physically remove yourself from the conversation. Don't linger, don't over-explain, just make your excuse and walk away. It's direct, it's clear, and it sends an unmistakable signal that your time and energy are not available for this type of conversation. Now, you might be wondering, will people think I'm being difficult? The answer is actually the opposite. In social psychology, there is a concept called the pratfall effect combined with perceived integrity. When you stop being a yes person who smiles through gossip, your social value actually goes up. Why? Because people realize that if you won't gossip with them, you likely won't gossip about them. You become the person everyone trusts. By refusing to be an easy target, you're not just stopping a conversation, you're subconsciously teaching everyone in the room how to treat you. You are moving from a low-status position of compliance to a high-status position of boundary setter. It's also important to remember that gossip is rarely about the person being discussed. It's a reflection of the person doing the talking. Psychologically, people gossip to relieve their own anxiety or to feel a sense of power. When you use these techniques, you are essentially holding up a mirror to them. It can feel a little uncomfortable at first, especially if you're a natural people pleaser, but that discomfort is actually a sign of growth. You're breaking a toxic social cycle. Instead of carrying the emotional weight of their negativity home with you, you're leaving it right where it belongs, with the person who started it. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a quick bonus tip on how to adapt these strategies depending on where you are. In a professional workplace, the direct clarification is your best friend. In an office, gossip is often a productivity killer. So framing your pushback around focusing on the work makes you look like a leader. You can say, "I'm more interested in how we're going to hit this deadline than in the office rumors." However, in friend groups, the positive reframe works better. Friends are usually looking for a bond, so if you shut them down too harshly, it can feel like a personal rejection. By simply being the person who always finds the silver lining, you change the group's dynamic without losing your seat at the table. It's about being a social architect, shaping the environment to be more positive for everyone. So there you have it, a full toolkit for taking back your power and ending the cycle of gossip. Remember, you aren't being mean by setting boundaries. You're being high value. You're protecting your energy and showing others how to respect your space. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried one of these subtle shifts before? Or is there a specific gossip situation you're dealing with right now that feels impossible to escape? Let's talk about it in the comments below. If this video gave you a new perspective, subscribe for continued insight into social dynamics expressed with elegance and restraint, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thank you.